Hello, my name is Keith, and this is part of a series of videos that provide reviews of various nonprofits. It's not designed to be a watchdog, but to highlight the reasons why people may wish to donate. These videos may save you some time in making decisions about giving, and this one is about an organization called Lights Back On. If you like these videos, please like and subscribe on my YouTube channels. They are agency reviews, Build Your Success, Get Healthy Now, In the World, and KGH photos and videos. So for this organization, Lights Back On, the lack of affordable housing and rising energy costs have led to a health crisis for low-income residents in Gwinnett, DeKalb, Fulton, and Cobb counties, where they're being forced to choose between living necessities. $7.25 an hour is the Georgia minimum wage and has been since 2009. 29% of Georgia residents are in severe poverty. $233 is the average monthly energy bill in Georgia, and 72% of Georgia residents are struggling financially. Founded in 2020, Lights Back On is a nonprofit organization helping to end homelessness and poverty. Guided by compassion, they provide basic human needs to low-income individuals and families in DeKalb, Fulton, Gwinnett, and Cobb counties within the state of Georgia. They stand against the injustice of poverty in all its forms, including inequality, discrimination practices, homelessness, and climate change. They are dedicated to our communities and equipping people to help themselves and each other. Lights Back On, as a mission, has a big heart and love for people. They connect families and individuals with services to enhance their overall quality of life. Basically, Lights Back On is a safety net organization. It's a nonprofit organization committing to restoring light and hope to communities facing darkness. Their mission is to provide essential lighting solutions to individuals and families affected by natural disasters, poverty, or limited access to electricity. They distribute Sorry, my throat's getting dry. They distribute solar powered lamps and lanterns to areas in need, offer comfort, security, and sense of normalcy in challenging times. Through strategic partnerships and community engagement, they identify and address the most pressing needs, ensuring that no one is left in the dark. At Lights Back On, they believe that access to light is a fundamental human right. By harnessing the power of sustainable energy, they illuminate pathways to resistance and empowerment for those they serve. Join them in their mission to brighten lives and build brighter futures for communities around the world. So the services they provide are utility assistance. Lights Back On provides low-income families with a voucher covering their utility bills. No one should be without energy and water resources due to affordability or job loss. Short-term housing assistance includes help funding rent or mortgage expenses. Temporary hotel stays are covered in emergency situations. Food grocery assistance, providing non-perishable foods, household essentials, and personal care items, is fundamental for struggling families, individuals, and anyone in need. Now, I want to add also, besides providing those services, if you jump onto their YouTube channel and their website, you'll find quite a few educational videos. I thought that was a nice little a highlighter or something to point out. Their coverage area is Gwinnett, DeKalb, Fulton, and Cobb counties. Their nonprofit status, Lights Back On, has been a tax-exempt organization actually since 2019. Their EIN is 84319673. Their gross receipts are not greater than $50,000, and they are in Norcross, Georgia. Staff composition, Lights Back On has two staff. Countess Young is president and CEO, and George Young is the vice president. And board composition, according to Search on Georgia Corporations Division, the two staff are also the officers of the corporation. I personally would recommend selecting at least 3 unrelated board members to increase credibility and provide greater support for fundraising. I would further recommend recruiting board members from the list of corporate partners. And I see on their website they do have corporations that they partner with. Krispy Kreme, Chipotle, eBay for Charities, ShopRaise, the Richard C. Moore Foundation, Let's Roam, Georgia Aquarium, Adventures Made from Scratch, and Oriental Trading. As far as the number of clients served, there are no metrics provided. As far as a waiting list, they do say a waiting list is present, but we don't know how many people are on that waiting list. It's just referred to on the website. As far as reporting methods, there's no metrics provided. For agency fundraising and revenue services, it appears that most of their fundraising is done through YouTube appeals and also fundraising partnerships they have with local businesses. I don't know about the agency financial stability since a 990 is not required. So I don't know what their financial stability is. I don't know what their overhead is, and I don't know what their staff compensation is. And they're also not rated on Charity Navigator. For agency demographics, again, no metrics provided, no inputs provided, and no outcomes provided. For marketing, the website is organized. It does serve as an entry point for people needing assistance. They apply. There's an application that they apply for online. And it's a fairly simple application. It doesn't make it difficult at all for people. They have a Lights Back On YouTube page, so make sure you subscribe. And they also have a Twitter account at Lights_back on. So my summary is this. My experience in the past has seen this as a program of another agency, traditionally. A safety net organization that provides rental, food, and utility assistance. Many organizations provide temporary emergency assistance for rent, food, and utilities. Unfortunately, in all these cases, there are always band-aid solutions to a much larger problem. So I think it's innovative to actually establish an agency to fight against poverty by specifically highlighting these needs and not have them secondary services to what another agency is doing. Is there a return on donor investment? This is a safety net service, so it doesn't really impact any permanent change, but it does meet the acute issues that will help families for today or maybe for the next month. It is obviously a service that is needed. Do the funds serve the agency or the client? Most likely the client. Since I don't have access to financials, I can't determine how the donated funds are used. I assume that they're used completely for client assistance since it is a new organization. It does take about 5 years to get a new program up and running. Is there mission creep? No. Is there political influence? No. Issues that are present. First of all, it is a family-run organization. I would say that they need to recruit some unrelated board members, at least 3. As far as I can tell, there's no tracking of services provided and no metrics, indicators, or outcomes. An application form for assistance is provided on the website, but no results are provided for number served or for how much people who donate, how much is being provided to those individuals. People who donate want to see the results of what their money is provided for. So my recommendations, I have 4 recommendations. First of all, recruit more unrelated board members. For future funding and grant writing opportunities, they should seek members from corporate partners, and one should have a strong financial background. Second, even if it's just an Excel spreadsheet, services should be tracked that include the family size, the need addressed, the type of assistance given, and the amount of financial support provided. They may have this information, but it's just not found in their materials. Number 3, the owners obviously have a heart for helping others and and that's great for starting an organization, but I think they could also use the services of a nonprofit consultant. And finally, I have helped many nonprofit organizations get started, and some have done quite well. This organization is still new and developing. They are providing a service that is needed in the community. There are never enough safety net services for low-income families. It would not take much to overcome the limitations of this organization, so I would recommend that donors invest in their growth, especially since they're a startup organization.